In 2021, is college or higher education, university in America, seriously necessary for you to become financially abundant and live the life and dreams that you want? That is what we're going to be talking about in this video, and it's coming up right after this. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Personal Legends. My name is Kel Preston, where we just talk about business mindset on here, entrepreneurship, affiliate marketing, and today the topic is a little bit different from those, kind of, but it's just something that I'm super passionate about, and I went to university. I am very transparent. I am $40,000 in student loan debt that I am on a journey to get out of. But with that being said, we're gonna have a discussion today about if it really is necessary in 2021 with this generation or any generation thinking about going back to university to get their education. I'm just in my PJs feeling myself, chilling out, but yeah. So I have no outline or anything. I'm just gonna be speaking my truth to this video and my opinion on it. I come from a very entrepreneurial heart, and so I think first and foremost, for somebody who is considering going to higher education, it really comes down to if you like the educational system in America in general. There's something that, because the past doesn't exist, so there's so many people who say, if I could have did it this way, or I wish I would have did it this way, and the facts are, I'm $40,000 in debt, I made a choice, and I'm not utilizing my degree right now, and that's fine. Lesson learned, let's move on with our life. I figured out that I want to be an entrepreneur, that's fine. And that's the thing, is that I think in this present generation, you do have a choice though. For the ones who are either have never been to a higher university before in America, or who are considering going even if they're at an older age. Because I love the 18-year-olds that I meet right now, or the early kids in their 20s who are saying and just telling me, I don't want to go to higher education, to university. It's so expensive. It's everything I can learn online and whatnot, but it's also just good for you to just take time to figure yourself out. 18 years old is a horrible age for anyone to kind of figure out what they're attempting to do through life. We're changing so much throughout our 20s, and I was that statistic that switched my major 5 times before I finally graduated. But that's the great thing about it, is I think that the younger generation should really taste life, travel the world, go out, figure out yourself a little bit more. You don't need to, there's this thing, and it was more of the 80s, 90s, early 2000s generation of parents that really push education on their children, because that's how they were brainwashed and raised, which makes sense for their time period, but it doesn't anymore. To think that higher education is necessary for you to be successful, and it's not. And we'll go on to a different topic of how higher education is a scam. It really, really is. It doesn't make sense to me. What would make sense to me is technical schools. So what would make sense to me is if you pay money to go to this technical school, you get a certificate, and you are guaranteed a job in that field with that certificate. That would make sense. A specific wage, monthly, yearly, whatever, that would make sense. But it's not that way at all. You pay so much money, you're given this piece of paper, and it's not even guaranteed for you to have a job, but most of the people that get out of it end up at the bottom regardless. It really depends. It depends if you're being, which I will talk about this later on probably, but I'll also bring it up now. I get it if you want to be a lawyer. I get it if you want to be a doctor. I get it if you want to be a scientist. I get it if you want to be any of those things that truly do require that degree, but a lot of degrees and stuff out there right now, you don't need a degree for. And so on average, a lot of people in my generation and people who, went to college and just freshly got out, they started at the bottom. So it's kind of you're telling me that I can sit here and just start at the bottom without being in a massive amount of debt. You get what I'm getting at? So it really comes down to what you're wanting, and I'm not encouraging people to not go to university or whatever. If anything, I think if you decide and you're curious about it, to go to a community college for a semester or 2 semesters, it's not that expensive at all. You can get the feel of college, and if it's for you, you continue on, and if it's not, don't. Because for me in general, I can't stand the education process. like from kindergarten all the way out. Like, well, I take that back. I shouldn't say from kindergarten, but my major thing about education in the public system, first off, is they don't teach you how to live your life. Like, they don't teach you about money. They don't teach you about how to become abundant in life. And also another thing is the testing process. I don't get it. It just doesn't, I'm over that. Like, it's unmotivating to me. And this is a very biased video as well. Like, a lot of people are not gonna agree with me, but I just think it's ridiculous to shove information down my brain and then make me take a test about it and then I'm just gonna forget it later. Like, I just never resonated with that. And I would much, like, in my present day, all the education I've learned outside of the classroom on my own, I love. Like, I love reading books. I love keeping up with stuff that I can actually go out and physically experience. That's the thing, is like, through education, through higher education, through public education, all of it is so boring. Like, you sit here and you're in a classroom, you're shoving your brain with knowledge you don't give a shit about, and then you have to take a test about it, and then you forget about it. And with me, everything that I have learned probably for free. Like, if I wanted to go get a video editing job tomorrow, I could, because I've been doing this for 4 years, and I have watched free videos online on YouTube and stuff of how to do it, and I actually went out and did it. I got actual experience on it without having to spend a massive amount of money for a degree to learn it. So it's just, to me, higher education is a scam in that sense. But I'm not saying that it's bad, because a lot of people say that the industry I'm in, affiliate marketing, is a scam, which is interesting because every company out there uses it, and you should be too in your own business. But I get it, and I understand why people think that it's a scam, and it's because of the Mary Kay BS in the 90s and the Ponzi schemes with that, but affiliate marketing is not that. So I get it. I get why people call affiliate marketing a scam, because you're making a massive amount of money with not that much work. But that's where there's a false premise behind that. Who says that you need, and it's because of how we've gotten programmed, that you need to put if you make a massive amount of money, that you have to put in a massive amount of work. That's not the case at all. And it's just so funny to me how people think that way. It's just the way you've been programmed. But anywho, that's kind of why I'm not putting resistance on the actual marketing concept of higher education, because you get your money. Like, that's all it is a business. It's not, people think that, it's so funny to me. People think that university is a necessity. Like, they think it's like going, like a doctor or something, or they think that it's like a grocery store, places that we need, but we don't need them. It's so funny how it has evolved into that it's a need for you to be successful in life. And what's even more funnier is that statistically 5% of America, the 5% who holds the income, 3/4 of them never went to school. A lot of them, if you look, dropped out of like high school or middle school. It's just so funny to me. So again, don't get me wrong, there are certain things that do need higher education. I understand that. I just know there's a lot of other countries out there where higher education is either free or it's cheaper, and it's just American higher education. If I could go back in time, which I can't, but if I could, I wouldn't have went. But it also, that contrast has allowed me to know what I do want. But it's all good. I know where I'm headed. I'm gonna get out of the, I don't like to use the word debt, but past expenditures. I'm definitely going to get out of that, and things are gonna be great. But yeah, just really, really think it over, that if higher education is for you, because it's not necessary. And again, I'm getting super excited because I'm meeting a lot more younger generation that tells me I'm not going to go to college, I'm going to do this, and I'm excited to pursue this dream and do this. And it's really great. It's awesome, because past expenditures, debt, it's like these invisible chains that hold you, and a lot of people are in that until they die, and it's not fun. So don't let people control. The little slice of spirituality I want to throw in here is like, don't let society control your mind in the way that you think. Dive deep into your inner guidance and allow that to answer your own questions if you think school is right for you or not. Because a lot of the stuff that you're getting programmed with through your parents, through society, through the education process, through all of it, is a fallacy. It's them pushing their beliefs onto you, and you should go with your own beliefs. Same with, if you're not resonating with what I say, fantastic. Go with your own beliefs and what you think. because I personally, and this is me being biased, it's because I'm an entrepreneur at heart, is that higher education is not necessary. But I figured that out. I switched my major 5 times, and it wasn't because I didn't enjoy what I was doing. It's because I don't want to do it for someone else. I want to be creative and do it for myself. I want to be in charge of my own mistakes. It was like when I was a graphic arts design major, I like put 70 hours into a project and I got a D on it, and I thought it was so good with what I did. And then like Janet over here had something that was so not creative and basic and got like an A, and I questioned the professor and I said, I don't think this is fair. And she was like, well, this is the real world. You're gonna go out there, I'm just preparing you for that, and your boss is gonna throw it in your face after working on it for 70 hours and say, give me something new. And I said, yeah, actually I don't want to do that, and I don't resonate with that, and I want to be in control and be the CEO of my own thing. And it's like every major I had, that's how I saw things. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it's not because I'm sensitive with that, it's because I want to be creative. I don't want to be told and confined to what I can do. I want to be ultimately 110% creative with what I create. So yeah, that's why, because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So I think you should spend a little bit longer researching and understanding that a lot of the information out there that you want to learn is free through books, free through the internet, free in general. And also take a little time to get to know yourself. That's for everybody. I don't care if you're 7 years old watching this. Age is just a number, and we are infinite learners and infinite teachers. So like, don't be arrogant and egotistical and think that because you're a certain age, you can't still learn, because you can. And so definitely take time to understand, is higher education right for you? I'm gonna talk forever, so thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely hit that subscribe button, become a personal legend with all of us. Hit the like button, it helps out the channel so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!